Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the second part of how to create a to-do list application using a PHP programming language. So, on the previous tutorial, what did we have done? We simply design the layout for our program. So that to see what we have done in the previous tutorial, so let me go to a browser and try to open my project, which is this one. Okay, so if we came simply to this program, it will show us this layout. Okay, so this thing looks very dumb, so we have to make this thing like more interactive to the user. Okay, so to do that, we are going to use CSS. Okay, so let's concentrate on the CSS part of this app on this tutorial. So for the body, what did I want to do first? I want to set a background color of maybe some kind of like bluish gray. So the hexadecimal for this value is going to be ECEFF0. Okay, so if I hover over my project here, I'm going to have such kind of background. So the other thing that I want to change is for the inputs, so that I want to change the font to be 1EM. By the way, for all of you guys who doesn't know this measurement, is called enumeration. Okay, so it is the equivalent of using a pixel measurement, because pixels mostly concentrate on the dot lines which are located in your monitor, while enumeration is used to design for you guys to responsive websites. Okay, so I'm going to make this thing 1EM, and I'm going to use Time New Roman, and I'm going to Roman, and I'm going to add sans serif, and that's what we need. And the other thing that I want to add is designing the item part. No, I mean the list. It was a list, right? So this portion, okay, this portion is going to be the place where all of this thing is programmed here. So let me go to the list, and the first thing I want to make is making the background color to be white. So it's going to be #FFF. And the other thing, I'm going to give it a width of 100%, but I want to make the maximum width to be 500 pixel, and I'm going to make the border sizing. How do you spell size? Sorry, not border sizing, box sizing, to be the border box. What this piece of CSS code is going to do, let me show you guys. If I come here and reload my page here, I'm probably going to have this thing here. So what does this thing says? Make the maximum width to be 100. Make the width to be 100%. And the other thing, if the browser is miniaturized like this one, make this thing responsive. For this thing to make sense more, let me make the margin to be 20 pixel auto, so that you guys could see the effects very clearly. So this thing make this thing center. So if I came and diminish my, you see, when I diminish the browser, this thing is responsive. So this is what piece of code is doing. The other thing is if you want to make your border to be curved, you can use border radius, and I want to make this thing to be 2 pixel, which is going to make my border to be curved. The other thing is going to be the box shadow. I want to add a shadow. So the first argument is going to be the X offset, the Y offset, the spread, and the RGBA value. So for the RGB, I want to make the red to be 0, the green to be 0, the blue to be 0. So by combining these values from 0 to 255, you can create different type of color. But for my option here, I want to just make this thing to be white. And the opacity, how much this thing is going to be transparent, and I'm going to add this thing to be 0.1. So with that being said, let's come here and try to reload and see the difference. You see, I'm not sure that you guys could see, but there is some kind of curves which are located here, and beside you can see the shadow is spreading there. Okay, so let me make the zooming option to be normal, So how you can do that? I got stuck here. Okay, I guess this thing is normal right now. I guess you guys could see from here, right? Yeah, if that is so, it's okay for me. So let's come here and let's add more functionalities into our program. So the other thing is from the list, there is the header part, okay, which says welcome to to-do list. By the way, this thing looks pretty long, so let me make it like maybe simply to-do list, that's all. So let me design this header. So there is in a CSS you can design, or you can use inheritance, like in the list there is a header, right? So if I want to inherit all of the properties of list, and I can use such kind of syntax, okay? So this is a parent class and this one is the child class. So the child inherits all of the properties of this list right now, but I want to add more functionalities. So the first functionality is going to be changing the font family, and I want to make this thing to be just cursive. I will make this thing cursive so that this thing looks a little bit fancier. So you can see that this thing looks more fancy. And the other thing, I want to locate this thing at the left corner. So to do that, let me use a margin of 0, 0, 20 pixel and 0. And if I came here and reload, this thing is going to locate this thing at the left corner. So with that being said, let's jump into this part, which is the items. So let me go to the items here, and what I want to do, since it is an order list, it's going to have a list style type. Here it is using some dots to represent my lists, so I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to make list style type to be none, and beside I want to remove the margin and the paddings also. Padding to be 0. So it's going to represent these things as some kind of paragraphs. Okay, that's pretty good. So what I want to do, I want to style the item inside the items. So when I'm designing the items, I also want to make this input type to have the similar formatting with these lists right here. So to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to access the alias inside the items, which are the items, right? And there is a class called idItem for the form, if you can see this one. So the input inside this one, I want to call this thing, so add item. And if there are an input classes, what did I want to do? First of all, I want to give them a padding of 15 pixel and 0. And the other thing, what shall I do for these things? Also, let me give them a border bottom of maybe 1 pixel dashed and some kind of DDD. Okay, and the other thing that I want to add here is to make the border to be 0 for the input. So if I came here and reload my page, probably I'm going to see such kind of layout. So I guess I'm running out of time. So on the next tutorial we are going to continue this CSS part, and finally we are going to jump into the PHP. So till we meet on the next tutorial, keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing my videos with your friend. Peace and love, ciao.